Hello.
Good evening. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy hump day. How is everyone doing out here tonight? We are hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's our busy season, so we got a lot of stuff going on.
We do.
This weekend, for those that may or may not be interested, we are headed down to Rainsville, Alabama.
Well, I think you should start with the other thing first. It's travel related.
All right. So we're heading to Lake Gunnersville, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
We're visiting Not Working Tiny Village. I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Which
he should know what
I should
it is.
I should know the name of the place.
Not working.
It is both a tiny home village and an RV park.
Mm-hmm.
Very close to Lake Gunnersville. And it's got tiny homes that you can rent out by the night.
Up and be ready. Hi, Bud Files. Welcome in.
Good evening, Bud Files. Welcome. All right. Well, I'll pull it up then.
He was not prepared, y'all.
She sits down 5 seconds before we start.
It was 30 seconds.
I'm not prepared.
Just saying.
All right. Let's see.
My God, look at all that stuff you got.
Yeah. Not Working Tiny Town. Tiny home rental and RV park. There we go. So, let's see.
Yes, so we are going there, and we're going to stay in a place called, what is it, Balsam? It's in the Balsam Cottage, I think it is, or something. Yeah, it's a very cool place. It's still up.
Yep.
No, I was talking about
Oh, I didn't take it off. There we go. All right, so let's see. Our tiny house cabins.
And we've been there once before.
Balsam
and had the
Bungalow.
Tour. Yeah,
there
Balsam
we go.
Bungalow. That's where we're staying.
So that's where we're going to be staying this weekend. Is in the Balsam Bungalow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a new experience for us.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes, and it's a pretty awesome place. We've had the tour once, and I can't even remember how many tiny cabins we went in, but it was pretty cool.
We went in most of them.
It's a really nice place. Yeah, and I believe, if I remember correctly, you might have some drone footage.
A little bit from, I don't even know if I still have it.
That was before they built out the RV park.
A year and a half ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Not Working Tiny Town is actually owned by my sister. So she's going to be putting us up for the weekend. And
just hit the home button. They'll take you to where you want to be, right?
There we go. All right. So we're going to be staying there this weekend, getting some footage of the RV park and the tiny home resort.
And things to do around Lake Gunnersville, because that's a pretty popular area as well. And they have lots of things to do, lots of events. And
lots of stuff going on in that area. It's a kind of a travel and resort destination, Lake Gunnersville is. So we're going to see what we can get into, what kind of interesting and fun stuff we can do on Saturday and maybe Sunday morning, and have a nice little weekend away from the daily challenges that we face here. But the reason we're going,
that is not the reason we're going. The reason we're going is to stay here and to check out Lake Gunnersville.
To stay here.
But in order to get Corey to go and commit to this trip, now you can say it.
All right.
Because this is not why this is how to get Corey to commit to any trip. The
other reason that we're going there is because there's a pickleball tournament this weekend.
That's hot.
Top Spin Summer Classic, I think it's called, in Rainsville, Alabama.
I don't know. I'm just showing up with my paddle.
Yeah. So we're going to be playing in a 3-0 tournament. So that's a little bit higher than our last tournament 5 months ago. We'll see how we do.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be fun. And it'll be neat to see actually stay on kind of like an RV site.
Yeah.
Because another thing we've been talking about is possibly getting an RV. It has been discussed.
Yeah, I don't know if I can stay in a small space with him for many hours and days at a time.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know he might not want to stay with me either.
Never know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get a chance to spend, a couple of days in a tiny home.
At least here, I can
at least
roll away. No, just kidding.
At least the tiny home will be bigger than any RV that we would look at, but we'll see how we do in the tiny space.
Yeah. It's a good test.
Yeah. Test the concept.
Oh, pardon me. Yeah.
So anyway.
So that's what's new. Actually, that's happening this weekend. We're leaving Saturday morning.
Yep, we sure are. We're going to head over there, stay Saturday and Sunday night because our tournament actually doesn't start until like 4:30 on Sunday.
4:40.
4:40.
Yeah.
So we're going to be getting done with that late, and then we'll come back home on Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, should be cool.
Yeah.
We'll get some footage and have a little episode of this. If any of you guys own RVs, you might be interested in this. If you ever have a need to travel to the Huntsville area, it's probably be a great place to stay.
Do they have a picture of the RV side?
The RV campground. Here we go. Let's see what it's got. Let's put this back on the screen here. So yeah, it looks like they've got several. These are the tiny homes.
They're pretty large.
These are the RV
they're pretty large spots too. You're not right on top of each other. I mean, you're close, but I think it's the same size lots as the tiny homes. So they're tiny cabins. So,
so they've got pull-throughs, easy access, and without the hassle of backing up. And they also have traditional camping experience with 22 cozy back-end sites for offering a generous
30 by 75
feet area.
Full hookup amenities.
Yeah, you got full hookup, electric and waste hookups. I assume they've got water as well. So anyway, we will be taking you guys through the tiny village and showing you everything we can see and some of the cool stuff to do in the area.
Yeah.
I think my sister is coming out with us on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to explore Lake Guntersville area and look around there and see the different things that there are to do. I know you can rent boats go on the lake. Had someone tell me the other day that they have like a big bass fishing tournament there. So good fishing, I would assume, and lots of neat stuff like that. It
was like you can explore like a bat cave or something like that.
Bat cave.
There was something with bats.
All right.
It sounded very intriguing, actually.
Well, of course, what I want to do is I want to get to Huntsville at some
pickleball.
point. Well, I always want to do that. So do you. But I want to get to Huntsville and go to the Aerospace Museum, the Rocket Museum, or whatever it is they have over there. I think that would be pretty cool because there's a space program is big in Huntsville as well, and they've got a huge museum there.
Well, how come we've never done that?
Because we've only been over to Huntsville like twice. to this point, and it's always a kind of a quick trip, and it's always family related, and we just never end up having the time to do anything like that.
Right. And the reason why he agreed to go this time was because he found a pickleball tournament.
Well, yeah. Partially.
Yeah, okay. No, I know. It just made it easier for me to book it at said time, because it wasn't that he didn't want to go. It was
just looking for time, and
right.
Time to get over there and see what we can do. Honestly, I probably would have wanted to do the aerospace museum more than anything, but
I didn't know that was an option.
There's just only so much time, and I think Huntsville is
I should have had caffeine.
About a half an hour away from where we're staying.
Huntsville?
Like that. Yeah.
Half hour, an hour. I
think. It's probably about half an hour away. So, we're going to be a little bit pressed for time, I'll say. But anyway, so if any of you guys have any experience with RVs, if you own one, if you travel in one, let us know what you think. Give us, we're always looking for advice and information as much as anything. Just to tell you guys what we're looking at. We're looking at a smaller RV, basically just for the two of us. Because number one, I've got a mid-sized truck and we can't haul much bigger. And we also live in the mountains with a fairly narrow driveway and not a whole lot of parking space.
Right. I am looking to.
And it would be a little bit difficult to
be able to
have a bigger
get
RV.
our grandkids to go with us if we wanted to do something like that. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
We need an extra bed.
Well, we will probably have at least one extra bed, depending on what we get. Well, we got to do some research and look at some, but it's going to have to be a small RV. So might get a slide out on it, but that's about it. That'll give us a little bit more livable room.
Mm-hmm.
But with an RV, it gives you a lot of benefits because, we do a lot of domestic travel, either for pickleball tournaments or visiting family or things like that. And we could actually do more and visit national parks, other types, state parks, recreation areas, things like that. And give us a little bit different perspective on things to do. Visit new states. Maybe some states we haven't been to. So that'd be cool.
Maybe so.
Oh, boy.
What?
You shouldn't have taken that nap right before we started.
What?
All right.
This is still very new.
It is very
for us.
It is pretty new, and we're still.
I wouldn't have necessarily talked about it yet because we are very new in the whole research part of it. You've been researching.
The only reason I talked about it is because we're going to an RV campground this weekend. Oh.
Hello. Yes.
Hello, Sherry. RV. That does sound fun. Yeah, we've been watching PK Adventures, or I've been watching PK Adventures and some of their RV videos, and kind of lit a bug under me. And that'd be cool to just be able to hook up an RV, have all your stuff in there, and just go for the weekend.
And I told him that I didn't want to do it unless we had a plan.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want the RV sitting in the driveway.
No.
So if we get one, we're going to do stuff with it.
Right. And part of that's on me too, because I have to get set up to be able to edit our videos mobily while on the road, because right now my Saturdays and Sundays are spent sitting right at this computer editing videos so that we'll have content. Huh?
And watching pickleball.
I can multitask.
You're getting better at it.
So anyway, let's see. Okay. Also, got to go watch Keep Your Daydream and Less Junk, More Money. Both good RV channel. All right. Less Junk, More Journey.
Oh, thank you.
Full time. Yeah. Some of these full time RVers are massive. They've got these huge fifth wheel trailers and stuff, and it's like, okay, that's a lot more than we need.
Yeah,
especially right now.
And even if we go brewery hopping and stuff too, we can check out, different sites like that as well.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about Harvest Host or not.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things that we've been looking at is organizations like Harvest Host, where they've got breweries and wineries all over the U.S. where they'll let you park your RV there overnight, and normally there's all kinds of stuff to do, visiting the brewery or winery, and other stuff in the area. They'll let you park for free. So, and a lot of times they'll have electrical and water hookup and things like that. So, it's a good option, I think.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Scott.
Good evening, Scott. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Driving and listening. As always, drive safe.
Yeah, please drive safe. But yeah, so that's a way that we could actually, basically for the price of gas and food, we could take a weekend and go do stuff. And for us, considering we own a brewery and a winery, it's market research. So,
right.
Yeah, which is something that we need to do more of.
Yes, that's true, because they'll talk about stuff. And I'm like, oh, we haven't done that. We haven't been out and do that stuff in quite some time. I mean, we're starting to.
Yeah.
In different areas for sure.
And I mean, most of the time when we're traveling, we do stop at a brewery if we can find one locally close by, and we take you guys along with us and let you know what we think of the brewery too.
Yeah.
For good or bad.
Right. We're going to tell you the truth.
Yep, we sure will.
I had a couple little samples tonight of ours, and because I don't really drink them so much anymore. And there was quite a few that were good.
Well, thank you.
That was so good that somebody that was sitting next to me, they were like, oh, you got any left? And I go, none that you would like. I said, but you know what? You would like this. So I got them a little sample, and they're like, oh my God, this is delicious. I go, it's going to be even better if you have a second sip.
Yeah.
And then she passed it around the table and everybody was drinking it. So,
oh, wow. What beer was that?
2020 Blues.
2020 Blues, which is our blueberry wheat beer. Yeah.
That was a fun story. We were getting a guest keg that was a blueberry wheat, and it was very, very popular. And it was very expensive.
Yeah.
And so it really wasn't worth it, to pay all that money, and we didn't really get that much out of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, Corey, you need to brew a blueberry wheat beer. And he did.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the way it works. You find a product that's really popular.
Can you do Prosecco?
I don't know if I can do Prosecco.
Because we're out now. Because it's on back. It's been back for like 4 weeks.
I can't make Prosecco fast enough. Because you guys go through like 5 gallons of Prosecco a week, or pretty close.
2, yeah.
2 to 5. Well,
we're gonna use our seltzer now. I tested it out today.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have an Italian Prosecco. It's been on back order for like 4 weeks.
Wow, that long, huh?
And there's no
replacement for it.
No date.
So yeah, we get that in kegs because it's.
I can give me the little bottles.
System. Well.
We don't really have room for that, though. So you heard it here first. I asked him if he can make it. He said no.
We're small scale guys. I actually went outside of my box back a few months ago and made our first grape wines.
Yeah, you did.
Our first ones,
and they're pretty popular. We have them available at Concerts on the Creek. I don't know if anybody's in the area. It is like it says, Concerts on the Creek every Friday night from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and he has made our own wine, and it's only available right now at Concerts, and it's red and white. Pinot
Yep.
Grigio and a Cabernet, and
Yep.
they're very popular.
They are.
They're very good,
Last
too.
year we were selling bottled wine, and we were told that we weren't allowed to do that,
This
even
year.
though
The same.
yeah.
Well, they
I mean,
went
last
to
year, before we ever served it, I spoke to our alcohol law enforcement agent, and he told me, yeah, as long as it's legal to sell it in your tap room, you've got the right permit to sell wine at a festival. It's like, okay, cool. So that's what we've been doing.
this year.
And then this year they told us, well, no, you have to
they
make
went
it.
to their higher ups.
Went to the higher ups, and
I
they
went
said,
to
no,
a
you got to
different,
make it.
yeah. And
So I
so
said, all right.
Because all the laws are really, part of interpretation. And so they went to somebody else, and their interpretation was, nope, if you make it, you can sell it. And so I said to Corey, should we look into making it? We talked about it, and we just kind of like, no, wait. But we're doing it now.
I mean, we've been making cider and pear cider and mead for 5 years now, but we hadn't gotten into grape wine, so now we're making grape wine. So visiting wineries is definitely on the list of things that we can do as market research,
but no
Prosecco. I mean, seriously.
No, it's way different. It's fine.
It's very different. Not only that, but it's also the fact that the volume. We're small scale. When I made our Cabernet and our Pinot Grigio, I did 12 gallons of each. Very small quantity compared to what, when we brew our ciders, we're brewing 62 gallons at a time. And wine takes a lot longer to finish.
It does.
My ciders I can knock out in 2 weeks. Wine, it's 2 months minimum, and it'll get better after the longer it goes.
And they did.
But Prosecco, I don't even have the first clue about how to make Prosecco.
I know.
Because you're going to have to ferment it, then you're going to have to carbonate it at a very high carbonation to be able to have what you want. So
yeah,
and 12 gallons at a time, when I'm getting 9.6 gallons on the back end of that output, it's just not. I can't keep up. There's no way. I have multiple.
It's all right. Just keep the seltzer flowing, and we can use that for mimosas for now.
Hey, Roxanne, welcome in.
Hello, Roxanne.
So yeah. Anyway,
we're talking about wine, beer, cider.
We're talking about all that kind of stuff. So with that said, if you ever come to the mountains of Western North Carolina in the summer, like Laurie said, Memorial Day to Labor Day, Friday night, starting at 7 p.m., our town puts on a free concert in our park, in Bridge Park. And they have some great bands that come out.
They've gotten so much better with their band choices in the last couple of years.
Really great bands.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, it's a great way to spend a Friday evening.
If you're going to drive and want to park, I would recommend that you come early, because there won't be any parking. You'll have to find it elsewhere and kind of walk. It's not far.
There's plenty of parking around. You just may not be able to park at the park.
Right. You'll have to just walk a little bit. And yes,
a block or two away.
Sherry.
Yeah, Sherry.
I was very sad that we missed you.
That's for sure.
I mean, the weather you're having, holy cow.
Oh, I mean, it's been hot here.
Yeah, too hot.
Golly.
It's been hotter than normal here.
We went out, when was that, Monday night?
I had heat exhaustion. Yeah. It was bad.
We went out Monday evening at, 6:30? To try to play a little bit of pickleball and outside on the courts.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun. I still played and I enjoyed playing, but I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
It was very, very difficult.
Drenched in sweat and feeling a little bit every time shaky and yeah, not good. And it It was probably about 90 degrees here, which doesn't sound that hot, but for Western North Carolina, that's pretty darn hot.
Mm-hmm. I could grab my phone and I can tell you.
Yeah.
What are actually you could probably pull it up right here because it will tell you like how much we're over our normal. I can grab it. My phone's right there.
I don't know.
Man, I'll go take a look.
Sherry says there was a tornado today.
Uh-oh.
I've been on and off the phone with my mom, which is why I've been lurking. It hit right near them tonight. Oh, wow. Wonder where that was, a tornado where. But anyway, so that's what's going on this weekend. And in about 2 weeks, is it 2 weeks?
I have no idea where you're going with this.
Our next cruise.
Oh, 17 days, I think I said today.
Is it 17 days? Oh,
We leave-
Clearwater to Largo. Yeah, I saw a video of something, like a water spout or something, somewhere down in Florida.
Actually, it says we're 6 degrees above the average daily high today. And the high today supposedly was only 83. So then
today wasn't anywhere near as bad as
Monday.
And over the weekend was. That was brutally hot.
Right now it's saying that it's, wait, what does that say? 72. It feels like 74. It feels warmer than the actual temperature.
Yeah.
At 9:26 at night, which is unusual. Once the sun goes down,
humidity for you.
It really cools the place.
So anyway, 17 days, you said. And we are going on our next cruise. We're going to be on Carnival Sunrise, I believe.
Yeah.
It'll be our first Carnival cruise.
Oh, nope, I lied. It says 16 days now.
16 days.
And 18 hours.
Yeah. We're going to be on Carnival Sunrise with Sharon at Sea and Howie Cruise and a bunch of other folks. It's a group cruise that we signed up for a year and a half ago.
Yeah. And we met them on the Icon the first time, and we
met
Howie
Cruise
thereafter. Yeah. And be interesting. It's only it's a short day. It's a 5-day.
So a short 5-day cruise.
We'll head down to Florida on Friday. Next Friday. Is it next? No. 2 Fridays. Because it's 16 days. So
2 weeks from tomorrow.
On the 11th, I think. And then we'll be back Thursday.
Is that the same ship that the poop cruise was? I saw something earlier today. Of course, if you cruise, most people get on the Facebook groups for the cruise. And someone said that our ship was the poop cruise ship.
So I saw that, and somebody was like, "Oh, well, since something or other, I might as well just watch it on Netflix or something like that."
So the Netflix has this new documentary out. I forget what it's called, but it's subtitled "The Poop Cruise," and apparently, some people at least mentioned that may be the same ship.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
We might have to research and educate ourselves.
Yeah, we may have to watch that.
We'll let you know by next week what we found out.
Sometime between now and next Wednesday, we're going to watch that Netflix documentary.
Sherry, was that you that mentioned that you didn't know it was the same ship or something? Or that you didn't realize it had a new name? Was that your post I saw?
Let's see what I see here.
Oh, Corey, that's it. Corey's going for it, y'all.
Yeah.
We're going to educate y'all.
All right. Yeah, it was a Carnival Triumph. Trainwreck is the name of the Netflix documentary.
Where a fire in an engine room caused a loss of power and propulsion, leading to sewage backups and unsanitary conditions.
Huh. So let's see.
It was released just today? What's I don't even have my watch on. What's today? The 25th. It was
Yep.
released yesterday.
Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff about it yesterday.
Yeah.
2013.
So 12 years ago.
Yeah.
She said we have to watch it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch it. So I guess let's see. Carnival Triumph renamed.
Yeah, right there.
What? Let's see. Yes. So, yeah.
That is the Poop Cruise.
That is the Poop Cruise. How about that?
It's an hour long.
So,
Okay.
Carnival Sunrise, formerly Carnival Triumph. I had no clue when we booked this that this was the same ship. Didn't even know.
We had no clue until just
no
like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
When
I saw it on Facebook earlier. I'm like,
hi, Cruising
nah,
Complete.
that was a
Welcome
different
in.
Cruising Complete. Welcome.
We're talking about the Poop Cruise.
Yeah. We're going to be on that ship in about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the best first experience on Carnival or not. Or
you've been on Carnival, I've been on Carnival. Although
yeah, but it was
I've been on Carnival in the late
almost
90s.
20 years ago.
Yes.
Yours was almost 30 years ago.
I'm gonna say stuff like that. But yeah, so it's gotta be, I would assume it's gotta be different. I believe the cruises that I went on, there was no such thing as specialty dining. I think it was all included.
Yeah. All right. 2013 was when the Poop Cruise incident took place.
I mean, I know we're laughing about the whole poop thing, but if you really pay attention to that, I mean, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Sorry you broke the news. That's okay.
So yeah, apparently in 2019, Carnival Triumph docked in Cadiz, Spain, and underwent a $200 million refurbishment.
Wow.
And then she was renamed Carnival Sunrise. All right. Interesting. Well, $200 million refit of
that's almost like a new ship
6 years ago. Yeah, you would think that that's got to be like almost a brand new ship, or at least it was 6 years ago. I'm not sure what it'll look like now. Just take red bags to poop in.
Okay.
Well, we shall see. Well, I'll say this much. Icon was kind of a poop cruise too.
Well, that's what I thought you were originally talking about when she talked about the poop cruise, because that pool was closed down 3 times while we were on that because somebody pooped.
The swim and tonic,
it
just kept getting closed down because
so this is a little different.
Pulling poop out of the water. And then on New Amsterdam, remember the poop deck?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, it was, one deck was rather smelly, especially in the evenings after dinner.
I had so many laughs with that though. Holy cow.
Oh yeah.
My brother-in-law was actually wearing poop socks like on that night that it smelled like poop.
If you haven't watched it, go back and watch those videos. It was pretty funny.
It's hilarious.
We were rolling on the floor laughing with that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and like Sherry says, it doesn't matter. You will have a good time. You'll be on a cruise. That's
we
right.
usually do, yeah.
I mean, even on the poop deck on New Amsterdam, we had fun. A little bit smelly, but we had fun for sure.
Yeah, it was smelly. And then we kept seeing, the people walk by with all this stuff, and I was like,
yeah, the hazmat crew coming by with all their cleaning
and I just,
equipment.
I originally thought it was, people are eating really good, and they're gassy, and they're just like they're farting like crazy, but it was like not just in that area. I mean, it was like all over the area, and so yeah, we had a lot of fun with
multiple days.
Every time you walk through there, it just smelled like
Every
poop.
time you walk through that area, it was right around the Rolling Stone.
Yeah, that's where it was the worst.
Yeah. And up by the pickleball course.
I remember
they were very smelly.
I know in the casino around that area in the billboard, it was smelly.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh yeah, everybody's having a great dinner.
Mm-hmm. All right. What else we got tonight?
I don't know.
I don't either.
We've got a pickleball tournament when we get back from our cruise.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In Asheville, no less.
We get back from our cruise, and we've got that weekend. We've got the pickleball tournament in Asheville. And Monday, I'm going for a conference at Sierra Nevada Brewery. Yeah. That's the day of our conference over at the brewery.
Oh, you're going with Rob.
Mills River. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, yeah, lots of busy stuff going on. Middle of summer. Gotta love it.
Mm-hmm. And then in August, I'll be going to Maine.
Yeah, you're going to Maine.
What are you going to do?
I'm probably going to head down to wherever it is, Jasper, Georgia, where they're having it. Another pickleball tournament.
That's the weekend, though.
Yeah, on that weekend, because Laurie will be out of town, and half of the pickleball players from Silva are going down there to a tournament, or a bunch of them are.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't get in the tournament on time. Didn't really have a partner anyway, with Laurie out of town. So I'll probably just go down and cheer our home team on.
Nice. I think that's a good plan.
Be fun. Yeah. But anyway.
I mean, that's what we have coming up in the next month and a half.
Yeah. That brings us almost up to September.
Yeah.
And we get to see Sherry again.
For 9 days. Oh my God. Gosh. We're going to be like fast friends. Well, we already are now, but I won't have to wait for her to come up to Asheville this time. And although I didn't get to see her.
Yeah.
Not even an hour away. And she said, oh, poof, I'm going. Goodbye.
All right.
It's not like I can say we've been to Tampa. We haven't
been to Tampa in 3 years.
No, it's been more than 3 years.
Yeah, we were down there with George and Mary at their condo.
Oh, that wasn't
the beach.
Tampa. We were in St.
Well, yeah, but we went into Tampa and went all the way over to Riverview.
We did. We went by our old house.
Their timeshare or whatever was where? Clearwater Beach or no?
I thought it was St. Pete.
St. Pete Beach, something like that. So anyway.
What do you got?
That was only 2 or 3 years ago. Or 4 years ago?
I think it's 4. It was before my 50th.
Yeah, it was before we started vlogging.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hello.
New Horizons, above and beyond. Welcome in, guys.
Welcome.
And Sherry says, didn't realize how bad it was driving up to the top of the mountain.
I understood. I'm just
very
messing
scary.
With you. Yeah, you have to do it in the light. If you're not familiar with it, it took me a long time to be able to get up our driveway because there's a big turn. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Some of these mountain roads can be a little bit hairy. That's for sure.
So, yeah.
Awesome. But anyway, so.
I know there was one, we used to go around looking at places and we were in your little red Pontiac Vibe. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. And we were going up and it just stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. Like, and then, it's like this big and you have to like kind of turn around and it was not a 3-point turn or a K turn, whatever anybody knows. It was like 18-point turn.
Yeah. I mean, some of these mountain roads
that was pretty scary.
Yeah, it looks like a road. You start driving up it and then, you got a tree across it or whatever. And it's like, oh, this is not regularly used, I guess.
And then I have pictures
So.
of you in a ditch in the
Yeah.
same with the same car.
Yeah. Before backup cameras.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank God for
No
backup
backup camera.
cameras. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so. All right. Anything else you got for us?
Anybody got any questions for us? That's here.
Anybody know anything else about RVs?
RVs.
Any other pickleballers out there? You know, it's funny. I watch a lot of YouTube. Not so much travel anymore, but I watch a lot of pickleball stuff. And I keep finding these new channels that are doing videos about pickleball on cruise ships. They just keep popping up on my feed, and I'm like, okay.
Well, of course,
See
it's
who
all the
these guys are.
algorithm.
Yeah, and it's not travel channels, it's pickleball channels. And they're talking about, cruising and pickleball at sea and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, I can talk about that.
You can.
Yeah. So, in fact, we've got several videos showing us playing pickleball at sea.
Yeah.
And one dedicated to that. But
we're also pretty friendly with some coaches around here that want to start doing. You don't want me to talk about it?
No, we can talk about it.
I was just gonna say pickleball and travel.
Yeah, pickleball and travel is like a big thing.
I don't speak as much as you with diarrhea in the mouth, but
yeah. So we have a friend who
see, here he goes. Now he's gonna say you a lot more.
Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, but and she's looking to start destination pickleball boot camps, basically, or clinics, things like that. And so just a couple of weeks ago, we hooked her up with our travel agent.
Actually, I wasn't until this morning that I actually sent the information.
Oh, really?
Of our travel agent. Yeah.
Oh, I thought she got it at the.
No, I think I told her I would send it to her, but then we were away last week playing pickleball. And I did post some pictures. I don't know if you guys saw them. I posted a couple times. Did you see the picture of all of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
that was fun. It was a fun time.
So, always trying to combine two of our loves. Throw craft beer in there, and we're just hooked. For sure.
Or wine.
Yeah. Wine works too. It'll do the same job. All right. Well, I think we've blathered on enough tonight.
Yeah. Nobody's got any questions.
No questions for us.
Thanks for coming out, everybody.
I'll say this.
What are you saying? Who knows what he's about to say?
Don't ever start playing pickleball unless you're willing to have your life taken over by it.
Well, Sherry and Danny played, and I don't know if they ever played again.
Yeah.
You still here, Sherry? You still playing? You still play?
Some people, I don't know. I mean, for me, it was just pickleball was just that sport that sucked me in.
That's because you were pretty good at it. If you sucked at it, you probably wouldn't have liked it.
I don't know why I'm good at it. I don't have a racket sports background, but I'm okay at it. I'm getting better at it.
Yeah, but when you first started, you were better than the average person.
Yeah, I guess so. But
it's too hot to play. Oh yeah.
Yeah, in Florida for sure.
I can't disagree with you on that, especially if you're playing outside. Because what we went through on Monday, or I went through on Monday, that is what you guys have all the time. And now in the summer, it's even worse. Oh my God, no, I couldn't do it. I'd have to be there like 6 a.m. with a big fan.
Yeah. I mean, now most of the time I'm playing inside because outside's just too hot.
Right now.
Or it has been for the past
week. Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, you know that we're going to be playing on that cruise.
Yeah.
On every cruise we go on, we'll be playing.
No matter how sweaty we are, we'll still be playing on as long as Celebrity has a court.
Yeah. I did not play on my birthday cruise. But that was
Yeah.
bad. I played so hard in Boca. I was so excited to play in Boca. I couldn't walk. And so I had my leg all taped up, and I took the whole week off. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a court.
They do have a court. All right. Well,
We'll be playing.
we will be playing for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, every time we cruise, we're a little bit better. And geez, we haven't been on a cruise since February.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's been a long time.
Has been a long time.
I know.
So
once we get the RV, the cruising will take a little bit of a back seat.
Yeah, we won't be doing so many cruises
because all of that money will be going.
Yeah.
Towards the RV.
We'll still cruise, but instead
yeah.
of, this year we've got
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 cruises. We may do 3 instead, and
do some RV stuff. Yeah.
Do some RV stuff and some domestic travel. So.
Oh my God! Of course.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Sherry, we'll beat those boys.
That's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll split it up. Does RV mean you won't stay at the hotel in Helen? We kind of talked about that because, Ryan and Mel take their RV to Helen and they stay at a campground. It's like, well, that's an idea. You could save a lot of money probably staying at a campground as opposed to staying at the hotel.
Hotels really aren't that much money in Helen,
but at the same time, we had a hell of a lot of fun out there on the balcony in Helen. And that, what was it, 700 building or whatever it was. I'm like, man, that's a place to be. So
I will say this year, probably not. I guess it all depends on how that.
I mean, if we have an RV by March of next year, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but probably wouldn't bring it to Helen. I mean, it would be fairly easy, but kind of the whole point of Helen though is spending time with everybody there.
It's a meetup.
It's a meetup. So we don't want to be stuck at some campground 20 minutes away from where everybody else is at.
Well, no, you'd take the vehicle that you're hauling the RV on.
Yeah, but still, you're going to sit out on the balcony drinking. It was
kind of nice just to walk home.
Drinking with everybody and then drive back to the campground.
I
don't know what you're talking about either. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do the hotel this year. And there may be a keg involved.
What?
Why not? There's nothing against bringing a keg.
Yeah.
Don't think you will have BSKs and drive back. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts too. Yeah. So
be safer just to walk across the deck.
That's for sure. And
hell, I booked our January cruise in Helen.
Oh, you did, huh?
Don't you remember? She gave me 5 choices. I sat at the table overlooking the window. Looking at the choices when we decided which one we wanted.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. If anybody wants to go on a Virgin Voyages cruise in January out of San Juan.
Oh, yeah.
Let me know.
That's got some awesome itinerary.
It's very port intensive and some of the places we've never been to. So I'm pretty excited about that one. 7 days in January. Contact us and we'll give you details if you're interested. And it is a group cruise, so there are group rates available as well.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Yeah. It's not our group cruise, but it's I think our travel agent made it a group cruise.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That should be fun. Yeah. First time on Virgin. So that'd be really cool.
That would be our first time. We have a lot of new cruise lines that we're going on this year. Carnival is one. Even though we've been on them a long time ago, but it's new. for
We got-
us together.
What, Princess in November,
Yep, Princess.
and then Virgin in
That's all
January.
Sherry's fault.
Yeah.
Sherry, it's your fault. September and November, you know. I have to be a bad influence on you and be like, hey, go in January.
Sherry, Danny, come on. Let's go on Virgin together in January.
I know. That'll be fun.
All right. I'm calling
They were
it
supposed to go on our July 2026, but they changed it because they saved some money and they're going in June. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Talking crap about you, Sherry.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. I got an early day tomorrow brewing. And so.
You're brewing tomorrow?
Yeah, we're brewing tomorrow. And I've been up at early every day this week. Almost.
I was trying to talk Danny into an August cruise, but he won't go. Try January. I'll send you the ports.
Well, let's see here. Let me pull this up.
Oh, get ready. Here comes our music.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming in and joining us tonight. I know it's been kind of boring, but from peaks to tides.
That's not boring. We'll see you on the next ride.
Bye, guys.
From peaks to tides, mountains to sea crew rides. From peaks to tides, mountains to sea crew rides. From peaks
Night,
to tides, mountains to sea crew rides.
Want a message for Sherry?
From peaks to tides, mountains to sea crew rides.
See you next time.